I chose teaching as a profession. I really enjoyed teaching a lot, but I knew that as I got to my 30-year mark, I was going to be less and less enamored with the process as time went on. And I did not want to be an angry old school teacher in the classroom. I wanted to be someone who always was energetic and enthusiastic. And so I sort of wanted to plan my exit from teaching, but I was too young to retire and do nothing, so I needed something to fill my time. And I've always been interested in technology, so when I researched home video studio, I thought it was a really good fit for me, and it's turned out to be a perfect fit.
Well, before I was a home video studio owner, I was involved in transportation and logistics, which took me far away from what I actually studied to be when I was in college. I actually was a theater major in college, and then when we got out and started looking for work, it was a lot easier to make money in other fields. And I got sucked into the transportation logistics, working for different delivery companies and courier services. I eventually owned my own business for about 14 years. And the last 10 years of my 32-year career in that industry, I was a service manager, operations manager for FedEx Home Delivery, ran 2 terminals for them. And then when I decided to retire, at what I thought was a relatively young age, I knew I didn't want to just sit at home. So I started looking for opportunities where I could open up a small business in the hometown that we were living in, Mount Dora, which is a quaint little town, and wanted to give to that community something that they didn't have. And I stumbled upon the opportunity that home video studio afforded.
During my 24-year sales career, I had an inkling that I always wanted to do stuff with video. Over the course of 24 years, I've always had my hands in video and audio. I've done wedding videography, I've done audio and video for churches, and I've always done things on the side. And as luck would have it, the opportunity came where I could go into home video studio full time. I was aware of the opportunity years ago, but never followed up since I did have a career. But when things changed, I thought this was a sign that this was the time to join home video studio.
I worked in the corporate world. I worked for the largest retailer in the U.S. I did inventory management, and I did that for 17 years. And I led my own team and learned a lot of systems, so that has really come in handy in learning the systems for home video studio as well.
I am a food scientist currently for a major retailer, and I do product development. I've done product development my whole life, and I'm ready to get something for retirement, and I thought home video studio was a great option.
Prior to home video studio, I was a correctional officer for the state of California. I worked for the state of California for over 22 years, working inside of one of their prisons.
For 30 years prior to joining home video studio, I was a board certified family physician in the Tampa, Florida area.
I have been in video production my entire career. I received a degree in radio, TV, film production from the University of Georgia, and was fortunate to be able to work in that field for over 25 years.
Before I became a home video studio owner, I had a mixed bag of jobs that were mainly due to a lot of the technical, and they were in a lot of the installation and a lot of the corporate boardrooms installations, and really the parts and the pieces that all fit together for corporate boardrooms and a lot of that. Before that, I also worked at a church for many, many years in charge of all of their presentations.